Hi guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to get your lawnmower ready for the mowing season. I've got a few lawnmowers here in my shop with different engines, and I'm going to show you what to look for to get it absolutely ready for the summertime. First of all, you'd want to make sure that the fuel that's in your mower isn't bad fuel from last year. If you have bad fuel in your lawnmower, it may not start at all or it may run very rough. If your fuel's bad, you can either remove it with a turkey baster or disconnect the fuel line underneath. On this lawnmower here, if I disconnect the fuel line underneath the tank, the fuel will come out. And while you're looking at the fuel line, you want to make sure that it's not cracked or leaking fuel. And another important thing to check on your lawnmower would be the primer bulb. You want to make sure that it comes back freely like this when you push it. And you want to make sure that it's not all cracked and leaking fuel. And if you have a lawnmower like this one here, there's no primer bulb, so you do not have to worry about that. Also, if you have an older lawnmower like this one with a Tecumseh engine, you want to check the fuel cap. And if your cap previously had a metal dish like this and it's missing, you will need to replace the fuel cap or else your fuel tank will not vent properly. The symptoms of that is that your lawnmower will run perfectly for 10 or 15 minutes and then it's going to die on you. And the superseded fuel cap for that engine will look like this. It has a rubber insert in it and it's going to be part 37844. Now, another important thing that you want to replace on your lawnmower at the beginning of each season is the spark plug. Replacing the spark plug each year will make sure that it runs correctly, burns the fuel properly, and emits less emissions. To replace the spark plug is very easy. All you need is a ratchet, an extension maybe, and a 13/16 spark plug socket. Then pull off the spark plug cap, insert your socket, remove the plug, and to install it, just do the opposite. And now just tighten it up. You want it fairly tight, but do not over tighten it. And now reinstall the spark plug cap. What I have here in my hands are 3 spark plugs that your lawnmower will commonly use. The most common spark plug that I use is the Champion RJ19LM. Also the Champion RJ19LMC, and it's a Briggs & Stratton part number 591868. And that spark plug replaces Champion number RJ2YLE. And the third most common one I use is RC12YC. If you have a Honda lawnmower, you may use a BPR 5ES or an NGK BPR 6ES. Also, another very important thing to check on your lawnmower is the oil level. If you haven't replaced the oil last fall, when you put your lawnmower away, you should replace it. I recommend replacing the oil in your lawnmower after 25 hours of use or every season, whichever one comes first. And the oil that I usually use in the lawnmower is HD30, which is also called SAE30. It's a heavyweight oil. Also, some lawnmowers require 10W30. And it's very easy to replace the oil in your lawnmower. Just tip it up like this. And in most cases, you're going to find the drain plug underneath the lawnmower on the engine. Now, once you've loosened the plug, you may want to have a piece of cardboard on your floor. You can use an old baking sheet or pan to grab the oil. And you will have to lower the lawnmower in order for all the oil to come out of the engine. It's always good to run your engine for a few minutes before you drain the oil. It's going to come out a lot easier. Another very important and critical part to check or replace is the air filter on your lawnmower. If you have a lawnmower with a Briggs & Stratton engine like this, to replace the air filter you need to remove this screw here. You can use a 5/16 nut driver. Then you would remove the plastic cap and there's your air filter. Now, if your filter is clean like this, you could still use it for a while. But if you decide to replace it, I suggest you use an aftermarket filter like this. It's a lot cheaper than the OEM filter. The OEM part number is 491588. The Oregon part number is 30-710. You can buy this filter at discountonlineparts.com. Now, to reinstall the new filter, you basically just stick it back in there, reinstall the black cover, and tighten up the screw. And if you have a lawnmower with a Briggs & Stratton engine like this, to replace the filter you would remove this screw here, then pop the cover, take the plastic cover off, the filter will come out, and as you see in this case it does need to be replaced. And the filter I'm going to use today is made by Oregon. It's part number 30-917 and the OEM part number for that was 272235. And this filter here comes pre-oiled. That means there's a bit of oil in the filter to grab the dust better. And before you put your new filter in, you can wipe up the parts with a rag. Put the bracket back. Insert your new filter. And then you want to tighten up the screw again. And if you have a lawnmower like this with a Tecumseh engine, The air filter will be right here. You have to rotate this cover to remove the filter and then pull back. And as you can see, the filter on this one does need to be replaced. And again, the air filter is made by Oregon. It's part number 30-031. It replaces Tecumseh part number 36905. It's a high quality air filter. And to install the filter on this mower, you want to insert the filter in this position in the cover. This hole here in the filter goes toward the top. Next, what you want to do is insert the air filter and the cover on the carburetor bracket. And you want to line up the pins here on the holes here of the carburetor bracket. Push in, then rotate counterclockwise, and that's all there is to installing a new air filter on this engine. Now, some other popular air filters that will be used on lawnmowers is this one here. It's Tecumseh 35066 and the Oregon part number is 30-301. This is what that filter looks like. Also, another popular filter is MTD part number 951-10298. It's replaced with Oregon part number 30-166. This is what it looks like. You'll find this filter on a lot of MTD lawnmowers with a Chinese motor. And this one here comes with the pre-filter as well. Another common filter will be the Honda one. It's part number 17211-ZL8-000. And the Oregon part number for this one is 30-347. And this is the green filter that you often find on Honda lawnmower engines. Another popular air filter is the Kohler part number 1408301-S. This is what this filter looks like. If you buy that air filter, you're going to need pre-filter part number 1408302-S. I recommend replacing the air filter at every 25 hours of use or each season, whichever one comes first. If you don't replace your air filter regularly, you may notice that your lawnmower may burn more fuel. It may not run as efficiently and properly as it should. Since I just showed you how to replace the air filter, you may be wondering, how do I replace the fuel filter? Well, on most lawnmowers, you will not find an external fuel filter. It's usually built into the fuel tank. There's going to be a screen at the bottom of the tank where the connector exits the fuel tank, and it's going to trap all the dirt inside the fuel tank on the screen. It's a non-replaceable part. If you find that the fuel isn't coming out of your fuel tank and you have excessive problems, the screen may be plugged. It's very rare that I run into this issue. If you do, you can remove the fuel tank, shake it out, clean it, rinse it, and do the process a few times until the tank is clean. However, on the BRIGGS 3.5 like this, if you do remove the fuel tank from the carburetor, you will find a screen at the bottom of the fuel tube. And you can clean the screen at the bottom of the fuel tube or replace it. Another part that's very essential to the smooth operation of your lawnmower is the brake cable. You want to make sure that when you release the lever here, that it goes back freely. And here's a closer look at the brake cable. It's a safety feature on all modern lawnmowers today. And it goes all the way down to the engine so that when you release the lever, the engine dies. However, sometimes the cable does get sticky inside or rusted out. And when you depress the lever, it doesn't release the switch on the engine. And sometimes it's really hard to start your lawnmower. In most cases, if the cable is damaged, your lawnmower will not start at all. To free it up, you may want to spray some liquid wrench inside the cable and then depress the lever. Sometimes that'll free it up. If not, you would need to replace the whole cable. And what I have here in my hands is a very common brake cable that is used on a lot of MTD lawnmowers. It's part number 946-1137. It doesn't fit this specific lawnmower, but to replace the cable on this lawnmower, what you would need to do is undo this bracket here, disconnect it from the lever, and then disconnect it here from the engine. And then to install the cable, you would just do the opposite. Now, I do have a video that shows how to replace a brake cable in great detail. I'm going to put that link to that video underneath today's video here. Another thing to check on your lawnmower to make sure you're problem-free is the starter rope. You want to make sure that it's in good condition like this rope here. If it's frayed or it's coming apart, just get it replaced immediately. Another important thing to check on your lawnmower before the beginning of the mowing season are the wheels. If your wheels are really loose like this or cracked, it's time to replace them. And here's a wheel that fits on that specific lawnmower, and it's part number 105-1814 from Toro. What often happens is that the wheel gets worn here where the bolt holds it on. When you reinstall a wheel, make sure to put some grease here before you insert the bolt. If your wheels are damaged, your lawnmower may not cut evenly. And another important thing to check on your lawnmower is the height adjustment of your wheels. You want to make sure that all 4 wheels are adjusted equally. Again, if they're not, your lawnmower will not cut evenly. Also, if you have a lawnmower that is self-propelled or self-driven, you may want to check the condition of the drive belt. Some of the symptoms of a worn-out drive belt are that the wheels on your lawnmower may not turn as soon as you try to go uphill or that you meet any resistance. And you may find that the drive wheels only work sporadically. Another good thing for your lawnmower is to lube all the moving parts. For example, all the mechanical parts on this self-driven lawnmower can be lubed, especially where the cables are and the moving handle is over here. You can also lube all the handle knobs. You can lube inside the wheels over here, and if your mower is self-driven, you can take the wheel off and lube inside there. By lubing the parts, it's going to prevent wear and they're going to move a lot more freely. Another extremely important thing to check on your lawnmower is the undercarriage. You want to make sure that it's clean. If it's dirty like this lawnmower here, you want to make sure to scrape all that off. All this old grass here will make your deck rust or rot, and you may get holes prematurely in your lawnmower body because of that. Also, by scraping all this old grass off, your lawnmower will do a much better job when you're cutting the grass. And to do that, you can use scrapers like this. The rounded scraper like this I find works much better to scrape off old grass. If you don't have a rounded scraper like this, you can use one like this one here that's more square. And once you've scraped it all off, you can use your garden hose to do a final rinsing on it. And before you do any work underneath your lawnmower, you should always disconnect the spark plug for safety reasons. Sometimes when we're under our lawnmower, we turn the blade, and that is essentially turning the engine over. That's why you need to be extra cautious when you work underneath your lawnmower. Now lastly, one of the most important things to check on your lawnmower obviously is the cutting blade. Again, to check your blade, you'd want to have the lawnmower jacked up like this and disconnect the spark plug. And you want to look underneath and make sure your blade is not bent. If it's bent, your lawnmower will vibrate excessively. And if it's bent or worn out, I suggest that you replace the blade. Your blade might be in good condition, but it may need to be sharpened. In most cases, it's much easier to sharpen the blade if you remove it. And to remove the blade, it's fairly easy. Just grab a large ratchet and a socket. You may want to wear gloves to do this. Again, make sure the spark plug is disconnected on your engine. Hold the blade and just simply remove the bolt. Also, if your lawnmower vibrates excessively, the blade may need to be balanced. This is a balancing tool here for lawnmower blades. And each time I sharpen a blade, I put it on that machine to make sure it's balanced properly. Now, you don't need an expensive blade balancer like this one. You can just simply put a nail in a wall, make sure it's level, and balance your blade like that. Or you could buy this inexpensive Oregon blade balancer, part number 42-100. Make sure it's on a level surface, and then insert your blade on it. You want to make sure that the blade is inserted in the middle hole, and your blade should stay level like this if it's balanced. Then you'd want to find an exact replacement blade for your specific lawnmower. In this case here, I'd be using an Oregon blade. It's the exact replacement for Toro part number 1048497. It's Oregon part number 94322. And this blade here fits on all 22-inch Toro lawnmowers. And to reinstall the blade, you would just want to simply put it back in the same position you took it out of. I'm just putting back the old blade here because I just wanted to show you how easy it is to replace a lawnmower blade. Then you'd want to tighten it up fairly tight. And also, when you install a new lawnmower blade on your lawnmower, you want to make sure that the sharp edge is pointing toward the front of your lawnmower. Now, all these parts can be purchased at discountonlineparts.com. There's a link to every part in this video underneath today's video here, so you can purchase it online from their website. If you live in the US and you order over $79.95, you're going to get free shipping. And if you order from Canada, the shipping charges are $15.95 plus applicable border taxes. So these are just some things to look at on your lawnmower before the season starts. If you have some helpful tips, please post them in the comments area. And make sure to look over your lawnmower before the season starts. Not only will your lawnmower last a lot longer, but you're going to save yourself some money and aggravation in the long run. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to check out discountonlineparts.com for all your small engine parts. And you can see me in my next video. Have a great day.